Oh yeah, so another end of shift for us, and it's Friday now. It's the weekend here in Dubai. So another night cruise video wherein will join me going home on my ride home. So just to give you a quick update, I had an accident a few weeks back. That is before I changed the brakes of my Y11 the same day. And that morning I had an accident. I was coming from a night shift just like this in the morning. On the way home, I was 2 kilometers out before I reached, I lost control of the scooter and I squeezed the front brake harder than the usual, and I ended up flipping the scooter, you know. Hindi ko alam pre, tangina punit nga yung short ko eh, no? Tangina, kakauwi ko lang sa bahay. Ito yung tama. Okay pa na, naiuwi ko pa ng echo. Pero wasak-wasak po. Okay naman. So that was very unexpected, maybe due to lack of sleep or what. But then again, good thing I was wearing gear. I was wearing my gloves that time. So the only thing that I had was a scratch on my left elbow because I forgot to wear my elbow pads. And yeah, the dangers of e-scooters, they are real, so you have to be very careful. You have to prioritize safety most of the time whenever you're riding. And of course, having quality components too to be added in your scooter, because to be honest, the generic brake of Y11, which is also a hydraulic brake, it's not that good. It broke on me on the first month. I have to replace it with the nut, but before the nut arrives, I used a Zoom hydraulic brake from a Paabo Wolf Warrior, and that is until I had the set of nut brakes to be installed. But on that very same day, 2 hours before I changed the brakes, I had an accident, which is involving brakes too, you know. And one thing I learned, like, you know, the proper braking should be the rear ones first, then when needed, that's the only time you will use the front wheel brake. I don't know what happened to me, why I squeezed the front brake very hard that day, but this scooter is very tough. It withstand the crash, and like the scooter literally tumbled from back to front, and the only damage I have is the lights, which is before protruding the scooter. The brackets got bent, and the damper bracket as well got screwed because, you know, it's only 3D printed bracket, so they broke. But all in all, the scooter is in good shape, working condition. And right after that, thank God I was wearing my gloves. Same thing happened to my friend in Manila, wherein she got her first accident on her Y11. She got a couple of injuries here and there, but she's fine. And you know, no matter how experienced you are, accidents can happen. I can say, like, I have a total of 20,000 kilometers in e-scooter combined from the very beginning, and still I ran into this kind of issues, because the time that you're very comfortable while you're riding, that's the most likely time that you can have an accident, because you care less. But then again, You always have to be vigilant when riding. Always pay attention to the road, because anytime accident can happen. Another update, since because of that, like, you know, the review for Y11 got pushed back a little bit further, and but still on progress. So we will add up everything that we've experienced on those 3,000 kilometers. By the way, I'm reaching 3,000 kilometers now with this scooter since January, which is a total of 4 months. 4 months now, imagine that. 3,000 kilometers in 4 months. And so far so good. The downside that we're encountering right now is from our last vlog wherein we crashed the 5 Da Palm Hotel. I encountered a controller bust issue with my Y11. So my front motor is not working at the moment. I've contacted Yume for this, and they'll be sending me a fresh pair of controllers. Not sure what happened, why it got busted, but it's on the works now. So from square wave, you'll be changing the scooter to sine wave, which is more efficient, way more faster. There you go, this guy on the right is dashing right through. We're halfway in already. Alright, so going back, one of the current things right now that's happening here in Dubai, the e-scooter community is worrying about the restrictions and bans that's happening, because the last time that we have an update, the public parks now has denied e-scooter from going inside. That is to prevent any accidents involving e-scooters, which makes total sense, you know, because these bans only happen when there are casualties or there are reports. So if you're doing the right thing, being an e-scooter rider here in Dubai, you have nothing to fear, because you're following the rules, you're wearing proper equipment like helmets and vests, then you're good to go. One thing that is vague right now, which I want to clear out as well, I don't know who's gonna clear this out for us. How about they mentioned that it's legal to use an e-scooter in the 5 designated zones here in the UAE that has a bike lane, but how about individual users? How about us, just like me, who use an e-scooter going to work to commute as a mode of transport? Are we included in the ban? That we don't know, that we have to clarify with them. But then again, me being me, I'm trying to be careful, especially when traversing this kind of roads, you know. Well, the only time you will get someone's attention is if you're getting their attention. But if you're very subtle on your travel, you don't drag any attention, any annoying lights, any annoying driving style while you're on the road, I don't think that, you know, you'll have a problem with this, because you're trying to go through your day, you know. But the more you flaunt it, which is above average or not in the normal way, of course you won't be able to please anybody, and someone's gonna get irritated, especially if you got blinding lights, pulsating while you're riding, loud music, you know, those kinds of things. At the end of the day, I don't know, for me, like, the main use of e-scooter is to commute from home to work. Second is the enjoyment and leisure rides that I can do with it. So if ever a ban will be imposed because of those reports, then I guess like it's game over for all of us. All of us who are using their e-scooters to commute to work. Because to be honest, like, it helped me a lot. It saved me money, it saved me time, and if that kind of routine that I'm having will be destroyed or forfeited because someone else is not following the rules, then of course I won't be happy. Anyone who's using the e-scooter to go to work won't be happy. So again, operations by the police here in Dubai happens because of a lot of reports that they're receiving. They have to take action. That's why they're called the authorities. And of course, if they won't take action, what's gonna happen, man? So they have to do those mass confiscations and all. They have to give fines, and that's one thing that I'm hoping for. Somehow, some way, there should be a rule for us who use e-scooter to commute to work. Even if they impose a registration, no problem, we can go ahead and register. I think that will be better. So, you know, we can lessen the number of people who are irresponsible drivers of e-scooters on the road. And I totally agree, when confiscation happens, the main point or the main thing that I see when they post it online is, I didn't do anything but they still confiscated my e-scooter. Of course there's some rule that you failed to follow. That's why you're being advised to surrender your e-scooters by the authorities. So that's one more thing, you know, common sense. You know that a place is already crowded and you should be dismounting your e-scooters, but still you ride it through and you had an accident with a pedestrian on a walkway. Whose fault is it? Of course it's your fault, man. There's already, you know that it's densely populated. Why will you ride your scooter there? Or let's say, for example, on a road, you know that it's a busy road already. Why will you try to fit in yourself there in e-scooter wherein you have a chance of getting an accident? Those things, common sense. Those things that we tend to forget. And luckily, I was not being stopped yet for the 2.5 years that I've been riding an e-scooter. I haven't had any encounters with the authorities. I always greet them, and I hope it continues that way, man. Everyone else hopes for that same, you know. Okay, wet. Yeah, and I think that's the only update that I have for now. Anyway, there's a lot of exciting things that's gonna happen. I'll be having a vacation soon, so I can do a lot of videos, upload a lot of videos, shoot some content and whatnot. So far so good. A bit busy to work. Still living the e-scooter life. Eat, sleep, scoot, repeat. You know. So again, what we discussed is safety when riding. Be vigilant. And if you get to be riding an e-scooter here in Dubai, well, be careful. Try to follow rules. Be observant. Be sensitive enough for other people around you. Not to be an annoying person while riding an e-scooter, because that's the only thing that people can remember when they see you. Oh, there's that annoying person on an e-scooter. And all of the people who are riding e-scooter are annoying just like him. That's gonna be the impression. So yeah, happy weekend guys. Ride safe. Peace.